Hi everyone, today I wanted to show you a card that we should have made at my workshop last week, which was unfortunately cancelled, which I know many things around the country and around the world are being at the minute. So I wanted to keep on crafting with you, albeit not in person. So this is a kind of online workshop if you like, and we'll just do one card at a time. The first card that I wanted to show you was this one here, which is made using the Well Dressed stamp set. I'll just show you the whole set. Really nice, traditionally masculine sort of images with the shoes, tie, umbrella, etc. But as always, have a look at stamp sets and see what else you could do with them. So for example, you've got this, which looks a bit like tyre tracks and the keys. So they could maybe be combined for a driving test or something like that. The keys for a new home, maybe. The pen for someone who enjoys writing. Anything really. Always have a look at the stamp sets and see if you can use them for something that doesn't automatically come to mind. First of all, we've got the card base, and that's in Whisper White thick cardstock. I'll just show you the dimensions. It's 21 centimeters by 14.9 centimeters, and it's scored at 10.5 along a long edge. We're gonna fold and burnish that. Give us a nice crisp crease line. Next, I've used a piece of the Country Club DSP. That's the one that has the kind of golfing images. And this is a sort of argyle pattern. And that piece is 12 centimeters by 6.3 centimeters. Just going to use a bit of multi-purpose liquid glue to attach that to my card base. Try and get that relatively central, like that. Next, we have this piece of Whisper White, and I've stamped the tie and shirt collar image 3 times across that, and I've used the Stamparatus to do that. So here's my Stamparatus with the tie stamp already in place. I've got the piece of Whisper White cardstock here. That's 9 by 8 centimeters. Just going to push that right up to the corner and pop the magnet on. Do be careful with these magnets, they're super strong. I've covered mine with an old bit of washi tape, just so that if they stick together it's easier to get them apart again. And I'm going to take my Night of Navy ink and ink up the tie like so, folding over, press that down. Now we have our first image. Now the great thing about the Stamparatus is the hinging, which allows this hinge step technique, and all we do is with the plate upright, pull it up, move along to the next set of holes, repeat, just a few taps and stamp again. Again, move along by one set of holes, a few taps. Obviously with the Stamparatus, if you don't get a perfect impression first time, it's not a problem. You can ink up the stamp again and you know that you're going to be in the same place. I'll just pop that to one side. Remove the magnet, and there you can see our stamped image. Again, excuse me, we're going to use the multi-purpose liquid glue. And try and place that centrally. Always remember that with this glue, it does come out quite quickly and you really don't need very much, so don't go overboard. It does remain a little bit tacky, so you know, just be careful that you don't put so much on that it squishes out the sides. And we need to do our sentiment piece, and I've used the happy birthday from Itty Bitty Greetings, and I've used 2 of the stitched rectangles. So it's the kind of longest, thinnest 2, if you see what I mean. And we've got a piece of garden green cardstock, which is cut out with the slightly larger rectangle. Then we have a piece of Whisper White. And we're going to stamp the sentiment onto there. So a few taps. Apply even pressure. Wait for a couple of seconds. And there you have your sentiment. I've already cut one out because the die cutting does wobble the table quite a lot. Oh, you can see I went a bit wrong. We'll adhere that to the larger garden green layer. And just wiggle that around until we've got it relatively central. And I've attached that using Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm going to use the little ones just because that was the first thing that came to hand, but probably be a little bit more efficient to use the standard sized ones. Pop off the backing. Using the standard ones would have made this a little bit quicker as well. Never mind. We're getting there, we're getting there. Couple more. There we go. And I've placed this just so that you can see the bottom of the ties peeking out and across the 3 images. And there we go. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've mentioned a few times across social media that I'm trying to do a bit more online content for you while we're in this strange situation that we are at the moment. There'll hopefully be more YouTube videos, more Facebook lives, maybe some challenges, and please feel free to share what you're making with me. Feel free to get in touch if you have any suggestions of content you'd like to see, and hopefully I can try to accommodate that. If you'd like to have another look at this particular card, there are some instructions available on my blog as well, and I'll put the address for that in the description for this video. It has links to my shop if you'd like to purchase any of the items that I've used today or any other Stampin' Up products. And please find me on social media, give me a follow, comment if you have any questions or any comments, and I'll hopefully see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.